Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. Lots of people were asking for it, so I've done it. They wanted to see how Ken performed against a different boss. I didn't want to pass judgment on him against just Guile anyway, so it made sense to go in and have a look at him against Blanca. So the idea here is basically I was using team setups that would have someone who would buff, given some either bleed or some burn damage to see what kind of numbers we got. So you'll see the fight, then you'll see the damage, fight damage, fight damage. I tried to do like 3 of each. Basically I used Vega, I used Akuma, and I used Dalsim. The rationale was each of them could get some additional stacks of whatever the debuff was. So the first round with Vega, you can see you got about 106 million. I slowly discovered that the best strategy is actually to start and end the combo with with Ken. Basically what I was trying to do at first was alternate. So I was doing like Ken starting the combo, Vega finishing the combo. That way he would have had the bleed stack, and then on his next rotation it would have been Ken starting and finishing the combo to try and maximize how much damage he could potentially get after basically getting a little bit of help from the other person that was on the rotation, which in this case would have been Vega. But ultimately that didn't seem to do the best. The best just seemed to be when you started and ended the combo with Ken. If there was, so you can see there, massive difference, 160 million. If there was more units that could put bleed or burn on their C2, which not many units can actually do. Akuma can do it because Akuma has got it on his second skill, his C2, but most people think Fashion Blanca's C2 puts burn on a unit, but it doesn't, so you can't actually use Fashion Blanca. You need to use the C1 for Fashion Blanca, but it's not really going to give you the same kind of results. So going through, I did find that the best thing to do was simply just to start and end the combo with Ken. So if you could have someone who just fit in the middle doing that, giving you an extra boost, it would probably be a bit better, right? Now, Blanca moves about a lot, so potentially you're not getting the best results off of this guy, because for your C1 you're probably better off just using Street Poison. So realistically, rather than trying to get a C1 and a C2 that applies bleed or burn, this is Akuma, right? I seem to skip the entire fight there. I don't know what I did with that one. Completely cocked up that footage, but I think we might have the... Hopefully we've got the results and I didn't just cut out the results. No, that was very quick. I think you get a really bad score there, to be honest. It's probably why I skipped that, to be honest, right? So there is more footage here of him fighting alongside Vega. I think the most he done was about 160 million. Potentially it was around about 160 million anyway. The best combo I found was him with Dalsim, but it was only one round with Dalsim. It wasn't very consistent. I think he was actually more consistent with Vega than anyone else, but at the same time, when I was using him for his C1 and his C3, Vega never actually seen that much action in the fight, so I think Ken was just doing it himself, to be honest. Akuma, he worked quite well with Akuma, however Akuma out-damaged him, which is probably not a massive surprise to a lot of people that Akuma did out-damage him. But again, I feel like Guile was probably a bad test. That was probably what happened, to be honest. Hopefully I showed the results here. I had 178 million, so you can see like he did get some decent numbers going alongside Vega, but that was him starting and ending his own combo, right? So hopefully this one doesn't just cut and you can see a bit better how he did with Vega here. I tried to do 3 of each of them, but when I've spliced this footage together, I've got a feeling that I've cut out one of the fights entirely, which I didn't mean to do, but I'm not going back in to redo the edit, so hey, you need to live with it, you need to trust me, he does work, and you might not be that impressed by the numbers, but to be honest, they're not that crazy different from some of the other units I was trying to do, like Dalsim on this, trying to get like a 30 million score team with him, it's quite difficult. So the fact that I know I can get 30 million with, or 300 million, sorry, with a Ken team means that if I put one of my other strong teams in there, that's 600 million, and then, I mean, even there, look, both of them done good numbers, you know? This is another team to add into the 3-team rotation. It's slightly higher than average versus some of the other teams I was trying to run. So, I mean, I've reassessed, and while I don't think I called them trash earlier, I tried to use the burn skill. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I thought it might work. It doesn't work, right? While I don't think I actually called them trash earlier, I do feel like I kind of left that video a little bit, I want to say, unimpressed by him. Not like I wasn't writing him off or anything like that, but I definitely think that I may have gave the tone in that video that he wasn't necessarily awesome. But I did say that when the right combinations are found, I think he is someone who could definitely shine. And if more units come out that can do burn or bleed on their C2, then he's going to have more options going forward. So it really is just a case of, I don't want to say future proofing, but waiting and seeing what we get, because right now, as you can see with the kind of runs that we've done here, these teams, if they are more built to support them in the C2 slot, I want to say, like have someone else that can add the status effect in the C2 slot, I think that's probably ideal, because your C1 slot's either going to be taken up by your Street Poison, or it's going to be taken up by your shield unit or your heal unit. So the only real space you've got to apply more buffing would be the C2, right? And again, it's few and far between how many units we can actually do that with right now. So rather than blaming Ken, I think it's a better thing to say that he's not really got all the support that he needs to really make him shine. But that even being said, you can make it work. You know, you can make it work. You can make him put up good numbers, and ultimately, I do think he is a big pickup. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I got a Goku statue, and it uses LED lights, and it shines through the bottom of the base. And for some reason, they painted the bottom of the base and the inside white, but underneath the white it's clear, which means the lights can go through. So I'm currently scraping off the white paint, and I might do like a little short video or something tomorrow, and I'll show you guys what awesome Goku looks like when he's all lit up. So that's why I keep looking down, because I'm trying to fix my Goku. I got it off of Temu. Actually pretty good, to be honest. Like, probably hold this up to the camera and it'll disappear, right? I'll try to keep it in the camera, but I'll show you, right? It's like an Ultra Instinct. You can see that he's got all this clear stuff running about his base, if it stays on the camera. And it comes with these wee LEDs. Let's see if I can get it to work. Comes with these wee LEDs. Might not light up on camera, right? I'll see if it can light up on camera. Yeah. You see? Oh, you can see a bit of blue. Don't know if you can see that wee bit of blue coming through. Maybe you can. But it's because I've got this white crap underneath it just now, so if I scrape off all the white, it might actually look pretty good, right? Maybe anyway, I'm talking nonsense now. So you can see here, this is him going with Dalsim. I tried to do the same thing. Basically, I tried to, every so often, involve Dalsim doing his C3, because that is the one that kind of reliably puts burn on there, and then I would alternate back to using Ken for the starting and the finishing. So I was trying to see if doing one switch to the other, switch back, would make a difference. It didn't really. I still think overall the best strategy was really just using Ken for the C1 and the C2. C1, or the starting super combo, and the end of the super combo. At the end, he puts up a decent run with Dalsim, right? But ultimately, I think his best partner, because both of them were doing good damage, was probably Akuma. Ultimately, I think it was probably Akuma. Again, I feel like if I can find more units to fill that role, then he will get more stacks, he will get more crits or crit boosting, and ultimately when he does his end combo, he's going to be doing a lot more damage. There's one run where he only done one, I think it's in this footage, he only done one attack with his C3, and it done big numbers, and that was just because he'd built up so many crits, not so many crits, but so many stacks of crit bonuses because of the amount of burn stacks that Dhalsim had put on there. So yeah, my views on Ken are, he's good, he is good, I guess he's situational. You've got to build the team to make sure you're getting the right amount of attacks and stuff like that, and the right amount of stacks, and he's got a chance to build up. But I wouldn't judge him on that Guile video. Different bosses will serve different, I don't know, needs or whatever. I've lost my footage now, so I need to stop talking. But no, I think he's good. I'll keep doing more testing with him. I'll show you more results and you can see what you think and judge it yourself. But overall, I think he's a decent unit. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Peace out, guys. See you later. Bye.